do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Excuse the technical difficulties we having, everyone. Waiting for Matt and Joker to join back in. We'll be right with you. As soon as they... There we go. We got one.
We good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we good. We good. Yeah.
All right, we're live. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Live by the Three Sports Podcast on the Evening Rush Network. It's Coach Matt, my main man Tyler, and the Joker joining us again. What's going on, fellas? How's everybody doing?
How you doing today? How y'all doing today?
Doing good.
Yeah, looking forward to this long weekend. What y'all got planned? Anything good?
Rest.
That's a big one. Get an extra day. Joker, you doing anything over a holiday weekend?
Not really. Just keep it. I gotta, work, get my grind on. Ain't no days off for me. But I'm pretty sure my neighbor's doing something, get a plate or something.
Okay. All right. You're doing better than me. I ain't got no neighbors that do nothing. So you're doing all right. Doing better than so. But yeah, before we get started, Ty, let the people know where they can support the show, support the program, and follow us to catch us whether live or on demand.
You can catch us on all streaming networks. Fire Stick. I don't know. We on Apple TV now, right? Not yet.
Great question. I think we might be working on that.
All streaming networks. Catch us on Instagram at Live by the Three Podcast. That's what it is, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Podcast for a long time since I've been in that one.
Yep. And on YouTube also, please subscribe, like the show, subscribe to the channel, and please download the Evening Rush Network app so you can hear other great programming besides our show on the network. Joker's got a show on the network, so please support all the great programming on there. Not just sports, lots of different topics and things get discussed, and DJs, some music. You can get a little bit of everything on there. So yeah, fellas, we are. I don't know. Basketball season is winding down. It's getting close. We got one participant in the NBA Finals already.
Mm-hmm.
The Denver Nuggets punched their ticket. What was that? What day was that happened? It was a few days ago now. I forget now.
Tuesday? Tuesday?
Could have been Tuesday.
Monday.
Tuesday. Yeah, could have been Tuesday. So we have one participant in the NBA Finals. We got the Denver Nuggets, and then the Celtics were down 3-0, right, to the Heat, and then they came back and won the other night, and then there's a game tonight to possibly see if the Celtics can get back in it. But yeah, let's start with the West Coast Western Conference Finals with the Lakers and the Nuggets, and it was a sweep. And I'm 43 years old.
Oh.
I don't know if I ever remember Western Conference, any conference finals where there was a sweep. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm forgetting. Get that, but I don't remember in a Western any conference, Eastern Conference or Western Conference Finals, where there's a sweep. Am I alone in that? Y'all fellas remember anybody else getting swept in the Western Conference?
Spurs, I believe. I think Spurs did it.
Yeah, I want to say the Lakers did it too, maybe, right?
Is that in the Western Conference? Okay,
maybe the Bulls too, right?
I think Spurs did it. Yeah, I think Spurs did it with Duncan. Did it.
Did they really? Okay. So I'm mistaken. I could be wrong. So well, let's start there. So it was a sweep, right? It was a sweep. We'll start with the West Coast. So it was a sweep with the Nuggets over the Lakers. So I guess my first question is, How did that happen? Are the Nuggets that good, or the Lakers just weren't that good? What was the cause of that? Why was it a sweep?
Why was it a sweep?
Yeah, why was it a sweep? It's supposed to be, it's a Western Conference Final. It's supposed to be the two best teams in the West, and it was a sweep. What's up with that?
You got the number 1 team going against the number 7 team. Why wouldn't it be a sweep?
Fair. Okay.
Yeah, that's a self-explanatory right there.
But so on paper, yes, Todd, that makes sense. But was anybody looking at it like it was a lopsided matchup like that going in, that it would be a sweep?
Hold on. The Bulls swept the Heat in '96.
Okay.
First round. Hold on.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The Heat.
The Bulls swept the Magic that same year, 4-game sweep in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
Did anybody expect that? I don't know if you expected it, but when it happened, it wasn't like a big surprise. What you think?
I'll joke.
One thing about the Denver Nuggets, they make plays. That 7-footer Joker, man, he make plays. He make everybody look good. Everybody show up and show out when he make plays. I think that's a secret weapon of the Denver Nuggets. Period. I don't think nobody, because you never know when he's going to make a play. You don't never know when he's going to shoot. He's very vigilant on the court. And plus on the other side of the ball, they always had good defense. Denver always had good defense to me, years to years. They might not could shoot good. They might not was good at free throws back in the day, but they always was pretty good at defense. Now they got scores now, so that's why they're being successful right now. That's why things is happening the way things happening, because they can score, they can shoot free throws, they can make plays, they can force their opponent to foul them, to give them the free throw line, and they play smart basketball. I mean, when you do all those things, you're going to win.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. I mean, Joker is awesome. They have a really good team. They got a balanced team. Like you said, they defend well, even though Joker is not a great one-on-one defender, but their team defense is good. And they got a lot of pieces on the team. I was surprised by a sweep. Not necessarily that I don't think Denver's good. It's just more so like, number one, it's the Western Conference Finals. And again, I'm not taking shots at anybody. I'm just being honest. I was surprised because the Lakers have LeBron James on their team.
But LeBron can't do it by himself. Or KD.
Whoa. My man had
AD,
a theory 2 weeks ago, though.
He can't do it himself.
My man had a theory 2 weeks ago. Where that theory at now?
It ain't changed. It hasn't changed.
Don't joke about the theory.
It hasn't changed. And I'm not saying he didn't play bad. He didn't. I'm not saying that, but
the Golden State swept Portland in 2019.
Okay.
So it's not like
okay.
One in 2017, 2015, 13.
Okay, so I'm mistaken. I'm mistaken. Okay, so I stand corrected. I'll take that. I'll own that. I'll take that L. I'll take that L. Like I said, I'm not saying LeBron didn't play well. He did play well. I'm just saying, I sweat, man.
But what could you do with Murray and Joker?
I don't know, man. Win the game.
Hope. Like, you acting like the Lakers had a good team.
I feel what Dr. J said. I don't mean to cut you off. I remember Dr. J had said in one of the NBA specials that I've watched a couple, I think about a month ago, and he had said that you got to understand, in the finals, in the playoffs period, you got to have a big three, and you got to have two people off the bench to hit double digits, and also, their percentages got to be high off the bench. Two good players.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the Denver Nuggets do.
Now,
they got people off the bench that could come.
I understand what you just said. Did Dr. J say that about winning one game, or did he say that about winning the whole series?
To winning the whole series, you got to have that.
Okay. Okay. I'm just talking about winning one game.
Yeah, that
Yeah, but you can't win
it
a
makes
game if
sense.
you're without winning the game.
What's that?
You can't win the series without winning the game.
Yeah. All right, but can we get one?
How though?
He's the.
Okay, Matt. You are playing the number one team in the league.
Got you.
Mhm.
They are.
The
They are.
number one
Yeah.
team in the league. You're not playing
They
the fourth, fifth. You're playing the number one team in the league.
Okay.
So if all things are even, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do.
I guess.
Playing smart basketball on top of it.
If the number one team is playing great, what do you think is going to happen?
No. You should lose. I'm not saying that the Lakers should have won the series. I'm just saying if you have the best player on the arguably some people want to say he's the best player of all time. So if you want to say that, to me, you shouldn't get swept. That's all. That's it. I don't
But
know
you're
how.
going against the
I
number
agree.
one team.
I agree though. You know what I mean? Because Michael ain't gonna lose. Michael Jordan ain't gonna take no L like that.
And like I said, I'm not taking shots. I'm not criticizing dude. I'm not putting him down. I'm just saying, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get, like, the Warriors, the year that they went, they lost to the Cavs, right? But the year before that, when they had Kevin Durant, they had a bomb squad. They had a bomb squad. They didn't go undefeated. They didn't just roll through the playoffs in every round, first round, second round, Western Conference Finals, and then the finals get sweeping the finals. That didn't happen. When the Bulls were 72-10, they didn't sweep the finals. They still, you know what I'm saying? Like that. I'm going back through history. Like you said, the Spurs, when they had their bomb squads, it wasn't a sweep in the finals. Like this is what we're talking about.
Who are they playing?
I mean, the Spurs played a bunch of people. Spurs played the Cavs. They played the, if you go back to the Bulls, who was it when it was 72-10? Was that the year that they played? I don't think, was it Utah that year? Was it 72-10 year, or was that like the Sonics or something? Can't remember now. I'm getting old, man, because that was like 96, right? Yeah, I don't remember now. But I'm just, all the years the Lakers had Kobe and Shaq. You're
missing a big piece, though. You're missing
Hold it.
You're missing a big piece.
The Lakers, when they had Kobe and Shaq, that was one of the best teams ever assembled. Allen Iverson was playing by himself.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing by himself. They didn't get swept.
They won one game.
Okay.
But
listen to this though. They had a better team than the Lakers did.
No.
Yeah, they did. Hold on.
How is this dude coaching our youth?
I'm not. Listen,
how is he coaching our
I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna give you two. Number one, that's not true. The Lakers team this year is better than that Sixers team. That's number one.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
And number two, hold. And here's the other bigger factor. And here's the bigger factor. LeBron James is a better player than Allen Iverson.
Negative.
Oh, well, I mean, listen, if we're going to go there.
Okay, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Let's go there.
That's AI.
The situation, if Iverson was on the Lakers, maybe they might have won the game because of who he is. He's a better overall player.
Whoa. So you're saying that it's not just the talent, it's about who you are. Is that what you're saying?
Possibly.
All right, then whoa.
But also what I'm saying is that the team, the Lakers team is a play-in team.
Tell me one player on the 76ers that's better than Anthony Davis on that team.
Embiid, Harden.
No, not now. The Sixers team that played the Lakers with AI.
Better than Anthony Davis?
On that team that was better than Anthony Davis.
What's his name? Mutombo? You want to take Mutombo over Anthony Davis?
Mutombo was a defensive machine.
You want to take Mutombo over Anthony Davis?
Not even just that, though, Ty.
From a
hold on. let me see your damn side of this.
From a talent perspective,
No.
Anthony Davis
the
is a better
playoff
player.
starts. You would take Mutombo. You would take Anthony Davis over Mutombo.
I'll give you that, but it's only from an availability standpoint.
Availability?
That's it. No, it's true.
You full of shit, yo. Get out of here, man.
From availability standpoint, yeah, Mutombo was more reliable. He was gonna play. Anthony Davis, you don't know if he's gonna play or not play. But from a talent perspective, that's not close. Not close.
But you got to be like that if you want to win a
Okay, let me
championship.
ask you this: would you take Julius Randle over Anthony Davis? You really thinking about that, right?
But again, it goes back to the availability thing.
So you would take Julius Randle because he's available over Anthony Davis?
That's why I'm.
Let me know so I can log off for the night. Let me know so I can log off for the night.
Give me half a second and I'll answer that. Give me half a second.
Let me know. You on your own, Joker.
Joker, fill in. Give me some time. I gotta think about it. I gotta think. That's a great question. I'm not. You stumped me on that one. I don't have a direct answer. I'm gonna give you that. You stumped me on that one. That's a great question that I really got to think about. Because it comes down to, do I think Anthony Davis is a little bit better than Julius Randle as a player? Yeah, but does the fact that Julius Randle is a little bit more available than Anthony Davis make a difference? That's a you know what I mean? That's a toss up. That's a 51-49 on I'm not sure which side.
Randle is like I said about Randle is he gonna play his heart out every time he plays. If it's a regular season, if it's a preseason, he's gonna play like it's a championship game. That's Randle. He's gonna be available. He's gonna show up, and he's gonna be consistent.
I need somebody.
He might not shoot better. He might mess up a couple times. He might not. He might foul out on certain games, but he will definitely show up and do his best.
2001 76ers was 56-26.
Yeah, because
you comparing them to the Lakers, who's a play-in team.
All right, I hope that we got some people that's watching. Well, we're gonna go to Joker. I'm not gonna influence. I'm just gonna ask Joker 2 questions, and I won't argue. I'm not gonna say a word. Joker, just do me this.
Okay.
Do you think that I don't even know which question I want to ask first, but let's start with this one. Do you think that the 76ers team that went to the finals and played the Lakers and lost against Kobe and Shaq, how do you compare that team and that roster to the Lakers of this year? Whose team was better?
I say the 76ers was better because their bench scored. That's why they won that one game. That bench. Look at the stats. Ty got it. Look at the stats of that game they won. How many people on that bench? What were the scores of the people on that bench? How many rebounds? How many blocks and how many steals off the bench?
I can't believe he's comparing the number 1 team in the league to.
That made a big difference right there. That's what made a big difference right there.
Okay, all right, okay.
But Shaq was in foul trouble in that game also, and I believe Shaq fouled out in the beginning of the fourth quarter. By my knowledge.
So I'm wrong. All right, I'll take that. So my question, I'm not wrong, but it's 2 against 1, so I'll be wrong for that one. All right. So now my second question is, who's a better player, Allen Iverson or LeBron James in your eyes?
Say it again. He was breaking up. Say it one more again. I hear you.
Who is a better player in your eyes, Allen Iverson or LeBron James?
I got to give it to AI because AI is he show up every game. He show up every game. LeBron don't show up every game.
Now see, in a way, I feel like okay.
You know what though? Let me tell you how you can measure who the best player is. Who took the shot at the end? Your season's on the line.
Ty, you're right. Ty, you're right. You're absolutely 100% right. However, in a way, even though what y'all saying is going against what I'm saying, in a way, y'all are proving right what I'm saying as far as if you are really like that, then it's more than just your skills, is what you have in here, whatever you want to call it. So that does make a difference. So the dudes that, again, they talk about, if you don't have that, that's what separates you. So again, so now if y'all or we, whoever you want to say it, want to knock down dudes like Kevin Durant and LeBron James off of that pedestal and out of that conversation because y'all don't feel like they got it here to really be discussed in that level, then we can do that. I don't have a problem doing that because that's kind of what I'm saying. You're not really like, and I see it sounds crazy to say LeBron James is not really like that. That sounds nutty to say. But if that's what we're going to say, like, yo, you couldn't even do what AI did because AI took a bum squad and at least he won a game. He didn't get swept, right? Like, okay, then let's talk about those dudes the same way. Stop putting them in that category. If that's what we're going to say, then there is no more conversation about who's the best between LeBron and Jordan. I don't think it. I always say, okay, it's like right there. But if we're going to say that he's not even in AI's class, then why are we even talking about this?
I've been stopped that conversation.
But now we're taking him below Allen Iverson.
I've been stopped that conversation with the Jordan
Allen
and the
Iverson's
LeBron
not
thing.
a top 5 player of all time. So now we're taking LeBron out the top 5. If that's what we're saying, then let's say it then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
okay.
I don't mind saying it. I'm a LeBron fan, but you know, after he took that sweat, that knocks out the GOAT conversation in my eyes.
I'm not hurt. I'm trying to be respectful because I think, you know what I mean? I don't want to discredit the dude. The dude has, he's had an unbelievable...
Yo, this just messed up your whole theory from last week with Kevin Durant.
No, it doesn't.
No,
that's what I'm saying. No, it actually makes it stronger. It puts them in the same category. Let's stop talking about them then. Then they're not those guys, so we shouldn't even. Then he's just another dude then.
But is it fair?
It's another dude then.
Is it fair to knock him down when the team was bad? Is it fair to LeBron?
I'm not. But again, I'm not talking about them winning the series. Yes, they were up against it. Denver is a superior team. I'm just saying the dudes that we put up in that super upper echelon top 5 status find a way to not get swept.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay. But if they try to find a way not to get swept, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the team that they playing against are playing like an optimal level, there's nothing that they can do.
That's the part I don't agree with.
How? I don't understand that.
Because it just happens.
How?
Okay, who's better, LeBron?
How can it happen?
LeBron and Kobe?
It just happens. I don't know how. I'm not that guy.
If I'm an A-level player and you a D-level player and you play your lights out and I play my lights out, how are you beating me?
They just did it.
I can't even wrap my head around that.
All I'm going on is what I've seen. I'm not saying I've never done it myself personally, so it's not off a personal experience. I'm just saying.
Who have you seen go against? Who have you seen being a lower seed go against the number 1 team and win?
One game, just one.
Okay, but you forgetting it's that's the letdown game. They never let down.
Okay.
Denver never let down. They almost had.
Sometimes the letdown game happens because that dude says you're having a letdown game tonight. Watch me. And then they break their spirit and they say, okay, they got this one. We'll go. You know what I'm saying? All right, they got it. And then now, again, like the same thing that happened with the Lakers. That obviously we go back to that. He just went bananas on them, and they said, okay, he got us.
It was no letdown. Kobe had 31. Shaq had 28 and 20 rebounds.
Yep.
Where was the?
And what did what did AI do?
23 points. Aaron McKee, 14 points. McKembe, 16 points, 13. McCullough, 13 points. Eric Snow, 12 points.
Mm-hmm. So they had
what the bench do?
Al Iverson had 23. How did he impose his will shooting 10 for 29?
I don't know.
You said it.
Okay, what about the
bench?
So where was the letdown with the Lakers? You just said that both Shaq and Kobe dominated. Where was the letdown?
Kobe had 4 fouls. Shaq had 5 fouls. I'm pretty sure that has something to do with it.
Oh, so it was coaching then.
It was fouls. But they performed.
Okay.
But what happened was Ty McCullough was 5 for 9, had 13. Eric Snow had 12 points. But Tumbo had 16 and 13. It wasn't Allen Iverson. He was 10 for 29.
Okay. All right.
10 for 29. What percentage is that?
Below 50. Almost 30. Almost
So
33.
that knocks your theory out the window. Yo, Joker, let me get a sound effect, yo.
Yeah. Give him a sound effect. I'm wrong. But because I want to, because now, social media era, then we should play this. This is how we're going to blow our show up. And I'm not saying it as a shameless plug. We're going to blow our show up because we're going to post a clip of everybody saying, Joker and you, that Allen Iverson is a better player than LeBron James.
Okay, let me ask you this. All right, Game 7, Iverson or LeBron? Who you picking?
For me?
I don't want the political. Listen, the season is over.
No, it's not political.
You can talk.
I'm rocking with you. Yes, I'm going with AI because I do believe that AI's got more heart. I'm not disagreeing with that. But my whole point is, then that is a qualifying thing as to why you shouldn't talk about certain people in that category. Then to me, that changes every discussion. That it changes everything. Because there's like I asked you about who did I said Kevin Durant and Isaiah Thomas, right? Now you said you rather okay. So then if that's the case, Isaiah Thomas is not considered a top 5 player of all time.
I'm sorry. Oh.
I said Isaiah Thomas is not considered a top 5 player of all time. Allen Iverson is not considered a top 5 player of all time. So if we're saying that Allen Iverson is a better player than LeBron James and Allen Iverson is not a top 5 player, then where does that put LeBron all time then? Where does it put him?
Based off of stats or performance?
See, that's the thing. I don't want to discredit his stats and what he's done. He's had an unbelievable career. He's won 4 championships. See, this is what I'm saying. It sounds silly to discredit like this, but I'm just saying.
7. What does that mean?
This is what I'm saying. We can't have it both ways. We can't talk about these dudes in their caliber on one side, but then when it doesn't happen, the expectations that we hold them to, and then put them behind somebody else. It can't be. He's not even a top 2. Who's he better than them all time?
He's better than a lot of people.
Well, I mean, there's
might be top 5-ish around there.
You said top 5-ish.
Yeah.
So but you just said that he's not better than Allen Iverson. So AI's
in that situation. He's not better than Allen. I wouldn't do that in that situation.
I agree with that, but don't you think? Okay, so let me ask it a different way. Don't you think to be in that conversation, you should have what you're talking about? That this where it's like money on the line. We know what it is. Everybody in the gym knows what it is, and that dude gets it done. Is that what qualifies you to be in top 5? You feel?
No.
Okay.
I mean, when I watched the game, I was like, yeah, he's gonna pass it. Sure. I said
and he's always been
setting somebody up, and it's okay. That's just who he is.
That's his game. It is.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, but man, that ain't it.
I agree, and that's the thing. I disagree.
Denver had a little letdown, and they came back and they won.
Yep.
And I think that's the part I'm trying to get you to understand is that Denver never really had that much of a letdown. So no matter what the Lakers did, if they playing at a high level, it's just like gnats on your fucking face. You're like, yo, get out of there. Like nothing you can do.
So so let me ask it a different. I'm not gonna belabor that point. So from that perspective, do you consider the Nuggets to be one of the, and I'm not saying this to be funny like a joke, I'm being serious. Do you consider them one of the all-time like elite teams? Do you feel like that?
No.
Okay.
No. I wouldn't.
Joker?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So let me ask, all right, so now see this, because I got this question written down, but the way we talking about dude, it doesn't even matter. So the question I was going to ask was, that people were saying that he kind of hinted around, oh, this might be it. I might be retired. He didn't come out and say it. Maybe he just said it to flex on the Lakers.
That's all deflected. He just deflected.
Right. It's right. Change the narrative.
The fact that they took an L.
Some people are saying it's to change the narrative. Some people are saying it might be to put some pressure on the Lakers to build a better team. Say if y'all don't give me a better squad, I'm walking away. Other people just say it's total BS because they know he wants to play with his son. So there's a lot of different things. But so just before we go to halftime. But again, see, this is my thing. Why are we talking about dude retiring? Like, to me, Carmelo retiring is just as big of a story because why we have to talk about LeBron James retiring if he's not that one of those dudes? But
I'll ask you a question before we go to break. Name the Lakers starting 5.
I think it's just Schroeder, LeBron, Anthony Davis, the kid they just traded for, Rui, right? He starts for them.
I think so.
Hachimura, whatever, and then is it Austin Reeves? Is he the other one?
Mm-hmm. Was that hard?
Not really, but
you had to think though, right?
But do I think that? Okay, I'll go back at that. Before we go to halftime, would I take Eric Snow, Aaron McKee? That's my man. Know him, great player. Allen Iverson, Eric Snow, Aaron McKee. I don't remember who their foreman was. It Tyrone Hill? Was Tyrone Hill and Dikembe Mutombo, or was it Mutombo, or was it the I forget his name, big white dude.
Tom McCullough.
No, not McCullough. Black hair. I remember McCullough on that team, but black hair, big, strong. What was it? I think he had. I might be wrong.
I don't remember either.
But nobody thinks dude is going to retire, right? We'll go to halftime. Nobody thinks dude is going to retire, right?
No, he's not going to retire.
He's not retiring.
Now, let me just real quick. Carmelo announced that he is retiring, and I love watching. Carmelo's my dude. I wouldn't say he was my favorite player. I love watching Carmelo play. Love watching Carmelo. So, who's better, LeBron or Carmelo?
That's a tough one.
See, this is what I'm saying.
You wouldn't go with stats. If you're going with stats, now you go LeBron. If you're going by playing consistently, I got to go Carmelo.
See, I like watching Carmelo play. So but that's just a personal preference. I like watching Carmelo, but I don't even know why we're talking about retiring now. He's not even a top 5 player from what we're saying. So let's go to halftime. We'll be back live by the 3 Sports Podcast after halftime. We'll be back.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys, so you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it.
We are back. We're live by the 3 Sports Podcast. Joker and Ty. The Joker. Let's switch it over because y'all got me going crazy. Actually, let's check out the chat real quick. Let me see if we got anything in there. All right. So Don thinks that Iverson is better than LeBron too. LeBron picked a team he can control, giving them dreams of winning a ring. Who is better, Bron or Kobe? See, me personally, I've always thought that Kobe was better. That's always been my personal opinion. But again, I don't want to.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, and also, I agree because to me it comes down to that extra thing that Ty was talking about. That I think that Kobe had that LeBron doesn't have. But so yeah, for me personally, yes, I do think that Kobe is a better player than LeBron. But but we'll get off of that. We'll get unless y'all got something else to say. We good?
Yeah, I got a question about another sport that we could talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about
real big.
Let's finish.
That boxing.
Well, let's finish. Let's finish up the NBA stuff, and then maybe we'll jump over there. So let's go to the Eastern Conference Finals. So you got the Celtics and the Heat, and another one. It was starting to look lopsided. The Heat got up 3-0 on the on the Celtics, and then the Celtics came back and they won the game. They were actually down at halftime, and they came back and won it. Credit to them. Didn't get swept, but they so now it's 3-1, and they play again tonight. So what are y'all predictions? Ty, I'll start with you. What's your prediction? I guess maybe for tonight or for the rest of the series. So obviously,
Boston is 7. I don't know. I just feel Boston is 7 for some reason.
You think they can make it all the way back? Okay, I'm not saying that'd be a hell of a thing if they pull it off.
I won't be surprised if Jimmy Butler do his thing, but I don't know.
So now, are you saying you wouldn't be surprised, or is that your prediction?
My prediction?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Boston in 7. I already got Denver winning it all, so it don't matter what happens.
Okay, yeah. I respect it though. I respect it. Joker, what's your thoughts? You think so you agree with Ty? You think Boston can make it all the way back, or you think it's just a matter of time before Jimmy don't have his letdown game and say, nah, I'm a little different.
If Boston wins today, they're going to win it, the whole series.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Boston win today. That's it. They going. It's going 7.
Well, they probably,
that's automatic. Yeah, that's automatic. They you don't let, like I said in the other series where they played in the last, you don't let them go 6 games or 7. You don't let that do that with Boston. They didn't have that. You know what I mean? You had your chance to sweep them, and you didn't. You let them do what it do. So they win today.
You think it's
in 7.
Now, which team do you think is better? You think the Heat is better, or you think the Celtics are better? Ty, what do you think?
Celtics are better.
Celtics got a better over the team. Joker, you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm back.
You agree that the Celtics have a better team than the Heat?
Yes.
Okay. So now,
yeah,
let's go back to my conversation.
Yo, you try to set something up. Just take the L, son.
If I'm not saying he will. I'm not saying he will. If Jimmy Butler and the Heat win the series, what does that say about Jimmy Butler? And I'm not a Jimmy Butler fan, so I'm not caping for him. It's none of that. I'm just asking the question.
No, he's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But Boston is not playing well.
That's true. That's all.
Boston was playing well, and he was doing his thing. That's a different conversation.
Absolutely, I agree with that. And honestly, I don't think they play well consistently at all. I think they have their spurts where they look good, and then they always just break down into. Because my personal opinion is, I don't think those two dudes like playing with each other. I don't know if it's necessary they don't get along off the court or anything like that, but I don't feel they have good court chemistry. I don't.
They say Jimmy Butler is Michael's son, so I mean, you already know. That's what they say. That's his son.
Is that a legit?
Cut up child support payments at 17. Yo, that's his son. I'm just saying. That's what they say. I don't know. I just tell you what I read on the internet.
No, I'm laughing because I never heard that. Is that a legit rumor?
You never heard that? Heard that, Joker?
Yeah.
You ain't never hear that, man?
I swear not.
They got to have the face pictures and all that. To have to play all that.
Now, listen, I'm not sure, but do they have like some sort of like besides the facial pictures, but is there like some sort of like, okay, like his mom's was from a place, like
Michael Jordan has a son he doesn't claim, and then they said that his mother, he stopped making payments. He stopped making payments at like 17 or 18 or some shit, something like that.
But like saying that like there was like something about them crossing paths as far as the mom and like.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, looking like a little bit. You just got a better hairline. You know what I'm saying at this point, but look, might be something.
Oh man, wow! I never heard that one before, but okay. Conspiracy theories on Live by the 3 Sports podcast. I could dig it. All right, so I'll just end it with this before we move on off of the NBA. So both of y'all are predicting the Celtics to come back. Joker put a qualifier on it if they take this game, and that game should have tipped already, right?
But why you let Joker do a qualifier? He just gave a caveat. Now he needs to give a prediction.
Okay, that's
give a prediction, Joker.
You're right, Joker. No caveat, prediction, no qualifier.
He froze. You see?
Joker, can you hear me?
Say it again.
I said, Ty said no qualifier, nothing about if they win tonight. He just wants you straight up prediction. Who's winning the series?
Okay. I'm gonna go with Boston on that. I'm still going with Boston.
Okay. Okay. So both of y'all
I like the way how Boston play too, though. So yeah, I like the way I like to watch Boston play. I really do.
I like watching Boston play when they're playing well and play together, but I always feel like at some point in time that they just break down into their one-on-one thing, and both of them try to just one up each other every time down the court. That's always I like those dudes like playing with each other, kind of like, say how maybe like Steph and Clay kind of like rock with each other out on the court. If they had that type of dynamic on the court, they would be really awesome. But I just feel like when they do play like that, they look good. But then for whatever reason, their egos.
Well, they're kind of the same player, so that's probably
true.
hard.
That's part of it. That's part of it. Right. They're both ISO dudes, and I agree with that. I agree with that. All right. So yeah, I did want to jump on this real quick. I had a question. Joker, I know you're a football guy, so I have a question. So not sure if y'all saw the NFL made a rule change that it's an experimental rule that they're going to work on this year, where they're going to it's a fair catch on a kickoff, so not even on punts anymore. So on the punts you have fair catches, but now on kickoffs they're saying if the ball gets kicked off and it's caught within the 25-yard line, between the 25, so you have the whole end zone, right, is a touchback if you catch it in there and kneel, right, and then from the end zone to the 25-yard line, if the ball is caught in that region, you can still call a fair catch. And the reason why they're saying that is because they said that, I don't remember the exact number, but I remember they said that over 31%, no, I'm sorry, concussions occur 30-something% more often on kickoffs than any other like line of scrimmage play. So that's why they're putting the rule in, is to try to decrease the amount of concussions. So
they have time to call a fair catch with a kickoff?
Yeah, because they're saying it's going to be similar to a punt, that if the ball's in the air and then the dude, say it's not going to be in the end zone, but from the end zone to the 25, the ball's in the air, he can signal for it, and then everybody's got to stop.
I don't know. That seems like it's hard. That's gonna be harder than the punt, because you ain't on the line of scrimmage. You just coming full speed. You looking. You know what I'm saying? You like, yeah.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing. It's gonna be a similar thing, that if you're on the kicking team, you got to be looking for that. You got to look at the dude, and if he puts his hand up, then you got to give him that space. The same way you do in a punt, you run into him, it's gonna be a penalty.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
So my question is, my question is, and I'll start with you, Joker, because I know you're a big football guy. Not saying you're not, Tyler. I'll start with you, Joker. Coaches and people are complaining about it, right? And one quote was Andy Reid from the Kansas City Chiefs actually said that we'll try it, whatever. I'm not happy with it because it takes away the kickoff returns and stuff like that. But he said that we don't want regular football, contact football, to turn into flag football. But it was an interesting comment to me. So I get it. They don't want the concussions and all that stuff like that. But when Andy Reid said we don't want it to turn into flag football, I thought about it. And I said, but I've never watched a football game I want to see somebody get popped, or I want to see somebody get cracked, or I want to see somebody get laid out. Like when I watch a football game, I'm not watching it for that. I'm watching it for for the offense, and if I'm rooting for the Jets, like I want to see them play well.
That's why you ain't never, because you root for the Jets. That's why you ain't
fair enough. I'll take that. But I'm being serious. So I'm saying, like, I've never watched a football game like, oh yeah, I want to go to a football game because I want to see somebody get their clock cleaned. Now that's just me. Now, obviously, the NFL knows their audience better than whatever. So maybe, but do y'all get that sentiment that people watch football, and the reason why is because they want to see people just get like laid out and hit?
Absolutely.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's not, because
part of the game.
That's part of the game.
That's part of the game.
Hit? No, it's no.
Football.
I'm saying it's not that. No, I'm not saying that I don't like seeing people get hit. I'm saying I don't care. Like if I see a game where nobody gets like popped, I'm not disappointed. Like, oh damn, that game sucked. Nobody got their head taken off. Oh, all right. Like, so, like, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather see somebody.
That's the whole beauty of the sport. Somebody getting popped, you're like, oh. Just say that's like
that's entertainment.
But then the Jets, like, I don't know. Mark Gastineau, maybe was Mark Gastineau on that type of time. Joe Klecko,
No, that's
were
what
they on that time?
yeah, Joe. Yeah, they was on that type. The sack exchange. We was on that type of time. But you know what I'm saying. But I'd rather watch somebody. To me, when I watch a football game, I want to see a quarterback make throw a ill pass and somebody make a great catch, or you know what I mean, or some that's to me that's the exciting part of the game. You know what I mean? Somebody go up in the ends. Odell Beckham catch one all the way up here with one hand, like. That's the type of stuff, if you're watching a football game, to me, is like, oh, okay, it's the athleticism, it's the speed. It's not necessarily, and again, if it's from a concussion standpoint, I get it. But when Andy Reid said we don't want to turn into flag football, and I'm not saying football would be just as exciting if it was just a non-contact sport. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, is it really like that bloodthirsty, like, audience, like, oh, we got to see somebody get hit, or it's not that good, like. I've never felt like that. I'm just, but maybe like you said, maybe it's because I'm a Jets fan. I don't know. Joker, all right. So Joker, you're a Bills fan. So you tuning in and you standing out in the cold and all the way up in Buffalo, and you going through all of that. And the reason why you're doing it is because you want to see somebody, get their head taken off your shoulders. That's what it is for you.
That's Bills Mafia. That's what we do. We dirty.
Okay.
You want to see that? Huh? You go to a boxing match, you want to see body blows all day?
You know what I'm saying?
No. That's no boxing. Yes, boxing. Yes, and boxing. Yes, I want to see a fight. Like that's why I'm not a Floyd Mayweather fan. I want to see a fight. I don't want to see. I want to see. Yeah, people get hit and fight it. And even though I know there's artistry and skill to boxing, I want to see a fight in a boxing match. So from boxing, yes, I want to see somebody get hit. But for football, to me, I'm interested in watching football.
Let me ask you a different way. If Ed Reed was a Jet, you wouldn't be looking forward to who he's gonna be hitting?
No, yes, because I'm rooting for my team. I want to see him, get a big stop. But to me, if he don't knock the dude out and he gets a big stop on 4th and 1, I don't care. I want the stop. You can tackle him by the ankle. I don't care. Get the stop. You know what I'm saying?
You're a real Jet fan, man. You're a real wholesome Jet fan.
There's a physical part of the game where it's like, if you have a physical team, and you don't want people coming across the middle and all that stuff like that. So wide receiver come on a crossing route. You want to let them know, okay, boom, you could get hit. All of that, that's part of the game. But I'm saying, I wouldn't stop watching. Like they make it seem like, oh, we can't have all of these rules because people are going to stop watching the game.
They are. Who
really
on a kickoff? First of all.
You want to see now, but see, to me, you want to see a kickoff. You want to see more kickoff returns because you want to see a dude run 100 yards.
It could be both ways, but listen. But now that's how people win their jobs on special teams. So now you're taking that away.
Absolutely, 100%. 100%.
Taking that away.
And Todd, that's the part that I'm saying. I guess the part about somebody getting hit on a kickoff return, to me, is not that big of a deal. But what I watch at football game, if I know, like, perfect example, when you watch the highlights, like on ESPN and sports and all of that, when somebody gets a kickoff return, they run it for 100 yards. That's exciting. That's like, oh, wow, like, dude, he really ran through the whole team and ran for 100. That's the exciting part of the game. And I'm not saying people getting hit is not, but I'm just saying that I would rather see somebody run for 100 yards than somebody, he got laid out. To me, that's just me. Like I'm not against people getting hit. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't stop watching football because then people, you know what I mean, like because they're cleaning up some stuff with concussions. Me, I wouldn't.
You can't really. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that. Really.
Well, supposedly they said it's just experimental for this year. They're going to try it, and I guess it's going to be based on if they feel like. Because I guess they calculate like how many concussions happen in the NFL over the course of a season, like throughout all the teams and all of that. So they feel like if they're going to try it for a year, and if they see a significant drop in the concussions, then they'll probably vote on it again. And if people agree, yes, this is, and I don't know if the Players Association, whoever gets involved, but they'll make a decision if it's just something that's going to stick after that. I guess if there's no real drop in the concussions, then they'll just be like, well, it didn't really help anything, so we might as well just go back to the
I mean,
old.
it is a very high chance of that based off of you running full speed,
Absolutely.
going at someone. But I mean, then why kick it off then?
So,
Don't kick it off.
And then that goes to what you said. Now that makes the special teams coach job a little bit less important, impactful. The guys you keep on your roster that play special teams, it makes them, you know what I mean? It changes the game a little bit.
If I'm running down on special teams and I'm knocking somebody out consistently, I'm winning a spot on the team. That's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You take that away, it's like, all right, what you doing? You just running down and you just like stop it.
I mean, maybe there's an art to that too. Like maybe the faster you get down the field, the more fair catches you cause. Maybe that's the thing, as opposed to if you slow out there, then the dude said, the dude that's catching it says, oh, I might have a chance to run this back, so I'm not going to call a fair catch. And then maybe, and then you're going to have different styles of different teams, I guess, like, because it's not saying
that takes away from the whole game, like the whole.
But I guess the thing is they don't have to do it. Like if you know what I'm saying, it's the same thing. Like technically, if you kick it into the end zone, dude technically can run it out if he wants to.
Yeah, but every time somebody runs it back, you don't even know they're going to break those type of tackles. They got to be creative. Like that kills all of that.
Absolutely. If they do it though, some dudes might just be like, I don't care if I'm getting 20. He could see. You're gonna have some dudes that you're gonna have some coaches and you're gonna have some players. Even if they catch it on the one, and the smart thing might be to say, okay, you catch it on the one, the probability of you getting to the 25 is a little bit lower. So the conventional smart thing might be to do, just take the 25. You caught it on the one, get a fair catch, and you're going to get the ball on the 25 to go. You might have some coaches that say, run it out anyway. You're going to have some players that are going to say, I'm running it out anyway.
If I'm a kicker and I get it on the one and you can nail it down, like, what am I kicking it for then? What's the whole point of that?
If you have some coaches and players that are going to try to run it anyway.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you might have something, just like you have all these coaches now that before it was, we always going to punt on fourth down. You know what I'm saying? Or we always going to kick a field goal on fourth down. Now you have a few more coaches that say, we're going for it. We're going for it.
Yeah, if they stop that the QB sneak that Philly did. Well, then I can understand that because you really can't stop that shit, kind of.
Right.
So I could get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't
Right.
stop that shit because you just got grown men pushing other grown men to get off. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop it.
Right.
But for that, I'm just like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, so here's the thing. Well, let's ask this a different way. Do you think the NFL, because it was the NFL owners that voted on this and agreed to it for the experimental? Do you think that's the owners doing it? And this might sound be a silly question, but it's worth asking. Do you think they're doing that out of the kindness of their heart?
No, that's for the dollar bill, y'all. That's what that's for.
They don't want to get sued.
Yeah, you know what that's for.
Yeah, that's for the bag.
But this is how deep it goes. So they're not doing it because it's in the best interest of the players. They're doing it because they don't want to get sued for the concussion stuff down the road and CTE and all of that stuff like that. So to them, they must analyze it and say, okay, some fans might be upset. Maybe we lose a little bit of viewership, whatever, because the game's not as violent, whatever the case is. But if they calculate, because some people, this is what they do for a living. They're going to calculate it. Does the amount of fans or whatever they're going to lose by trying to soften up the game and make it, less violent, going to outweigh how much money they're going to end up having to pay for lawsuits when dudes get concussions?
Nobody's going to stop watching NFL because they doing a fair catch or the kickoff. That's
exactly
not right.
So
ain't nobody going to stop.
Right. So for them, it's their biggest fear is getting sued for dudes having problems for concussions down the road. That's their biggest.
A kickoff returner probably got a concussion and probably sued somebody. And it was like, you know what? Maybe let's change this up a little bit.
Right.
Let's knock that out the equation. We could at least control that part.
Right.
You know what
without losing too much interest in the game.
Yeah.
So that speaks to a little bit what Andy Reid was talking about. Like we don't want we don't want it to go all the way to flag football because because that's the thing, right? And I guess that's kind of the question I'm asking. obviously, I don't think it would ever get to flag football. But the way the NFL is so popular and all of that, and maybe it was because, but now it's like a built-in thing. It's America's sport. Like, could you see? I guess what I'm asking is, could you see there being a possible way that football would lose if they keep making it safer, and it's less violent, less violent? Do you see them being able to lose their standing as the number one sport because of that? Or do you think like football is so ingrained in American culture? Yeah, people will complain, but at the end of the day, Bills Mafia, Raiders Nation, all of that.
Patriot Nation.
Patriot Nation, sure.
You say your nation too.
Yeah,
Y'all have a little nation over there.
But I'm keeping it neutral. I'm keeping it neutral, right? So, but those big time fan bases, all of that. Do you think that they would walk away from the sport if they? So okay. So then there's not a concern of them making the game too soft, really.
I think it's money. It's money. Yeah. No, it's a concern they're making it soft for the true football players or the true players that part that deal. Okay. It's like this ain't this ain't how it's supposed to be. Because
right.
Football is an aggressive sport, and now you're taking that aggression away. So now you kind of watering it down. It's like what we here for? That type of thing.
Well, but they're saying this, but the flip side of that is right. They're saying the salary cap is about to go up because they signed a new TV deal, and there's more money than it was before, right? So salaries are going to go up. So now, right, so you're going to have people complaining and this, that, and the third. But if the money's still rolling in, the viewership isn't going down, the fan support isn't going down, and people are complaining about what's happening to the game, but it's not affecting the bottom line, then you know what? Maybe they say, okay, then just keep going. Keep making it less violent. It's not changing anything.
See, my question is, why now?
Good question.
Well, I think the science is getting better. I think the research is getting better. And like before,
the technology,
right, the technology and being able to diagnose the concussions and the effects. You're seeing, I mean, listen, I'm not a doctor, but you see kind of what and they're saying Antonio Brown's a different cat since he took that hit. He took a few years. You see different things like that. Like the thing that happened with Damar Hamlin, that wasn't a concussion, right? And that wasn't even necessarily like a ultra violent hit. It just was like a heart rhythm thing that he got hit at a time when his heart was
right.
Mm-hmm. So that that can happen. That was kind of like more of a freak coincidence type of thing that happened. But I mean, Andy Reid's saying we don't want it to turn into flag football, but at the end of the day, if it's not costing anybody any money, then you know what? Like you said, they may go all the way. Like, listen, yeah, we taking all of the you're never going to take concussions completely out the game, but if that's their biggest way to lose money is getting sued because of concussions, then you know what? They may keep going. I know they at one time I was watching the Jets practice. They were doing practice for this last year, and they were experimenting with I don't know if it was all NFL teams, but like these padded helmets. Did you see that? There's like some extra, it's like extra padding on the outside of the helmet that they were wearing in practice. And again, it was supposed to be a thing that's supposed to cut down on on concussions. And the helmets technology is getting better. They're making the pads bigger. Before they used to be that guys could wear the kind of pads that they wanted. Now they're mandating they have to wear certain helmets and certain pads, and all of these different things. But if it's not, again, players can complain about it and people can complain, but if everybody's making money and making more money because the TV contracts are going up and all of that, then at the end of the day, they can complain, but you're getting a check. So, hey.
Right. Yeah. It's a business.
Mm-hmm.
It is. But that's what I'm saying is that losing the violent, again, it's still a violent sport, but losing the trying to tamper down the violence of the sport doesn't seem to be affecting the bottom line. And
it's a big sport.
Yeah. So that's we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it goes forward. Like I said, they said they're going to experiment with it for this year, this season, and see if it cuts down on the concussions. But But yeah, no, this was another good episode. Joker, appreciate, you know what I'm saying, you coming through as always. So, why don't you Joker, plug anything you got going on your show or your podcast, so people can follow you and check out what you got going on.
Yeah, no doubt. I got the Underground Lounge on the Evening Rush Network every Friday night, at 10 p.m. Eastern time. I have a good guest tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, I got Stug B, Sean
Oh,
Price brother on tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Him.
What time is
He's
the
gonna be
show?
on tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
10 p.m. Okay.
10 p.m. Yep, Eastern
Okay.
time. See, it's gonna be a good interview with him. And I'm also, always on my platform. I'm always doing the boom bap community, platform of the day, and I'm also going to get into artists of the week, also too, of up and coming boom bap artists that's actually doing a thing. Start doing that too to give people some ideas of some new artists coming
There
in the
you go.
game,
Okay.
doing some big things, in the boom bap community. So, and also I'm always gonna have my DJs on and stuff like that. I got some stuff pending for some good DJs. Tone Spliff, I'm trying to get him on the show, and and DJ Hassan, and some good producers on the platform also on the Even Rush Network right here. And those who's tuned in, to stay tuned in right where you at for tomorrow night. And I'm also gonna be live on 716 Live Radio too. So at
Okay.
the same time. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming. Well, we appreciate you coming through and
Always.
Ganging up on me, and
Hey, yo.
we kick
What? Hit him, Joker. What?
So we officially kick LeBron out the top 5. So this is Coach Matt signing off. Another great episode of Live by the 3 Sports Podcast. Everybody enjoy the long weekend. Get your barbecue on, and we'll catch y'all next week.
See you.
Awesome.